What is going on, and welcome back to Hertha Hero with me, FoggyPlays, on FM22, the beta. Things have been going fine since you were here last. We were going to come back for the Union Berlin game. I decided against it because we have the Europa League draw for the group and pretty close to the end of the transfer window. So I said probably a better idea to show you the transfer window rather than having to do another episode where we do the transfer window anyway, because I feel like this transfer window is going to be quite a busy one. Well, the deadline day is going to be quite a busy one, I would imagine. So that's what we're going to do in this episode. The Europa League group stage draw. And then we're going to take on deadline day, which tends to be interesting. So if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into the video. As I said, Europa League group stage draw. Also, some interesting news about one of the leagues in the world. In the Scottish League, St. Johnstone won it. Is it still here? No. Okay. So I'll have to show you that in a second. St. Johnstone winning the league. That is mental. As you can see, Rangers are in the top seed. I haven't played Europa League in FM22 yet. Braga. Is that Braga? Has to be Braga. Yeah, Braga. Benfica, Besiktas. There's beatable Dynamo Kiev. There's some interesting teams in the top seed. We're seeded lower than Ludogorets, Cluj, Krasnodar, Partizan, Huerbag, Apoel, Michelin. There's some teams. I know we don't have the best. Like we haven't. We're in this. Oh my god, we've got. Okay. So far, I would like any of the groups bar G or H, to be honest. Is there anyone after the second lot of teams get brought out? I think Group B looks quite nice. Group C isn't terrible. Group E is not bad. Group F looks pretty tasty. So okay, I'm going to just bring the third seeds out. Maybe not so much Group A. Group B, yes, I would like that. Group C, I think we could beat Everton, Rangers. I think Sociedad might be the only ones that would give us a hard time there. I wouldn't mind Group E. Group F, it's not a terrible looking group. To be fair, G and H don't look terrible either. I'll take Group B. Nope, Freiburg get it. I'll take Group C. Nope, Trabzonspor. Didn't get Group D. That's fine. I didn't really want Group D. That's a hard looking group. Benfica, Lille, and Torino. No, thank you. I'll take Group E. There you go. Group E. Get in. So yeah, like I said, in the Scottish League, if you go to the Premiership, St. Johnstone won it. St. Johnstone? So that's ended quite the dominant run for Rangers and Celtic from 1984-85. That was the last time someone other than Celtic or Rangers won the league, and St. Johnstone have ended that. Have they won the league previously? Pretty sure they haven't. If they have, it's a long fucking time ago. Third Lanark won the league more recently than St. Johnstone. Yeah, they've never won it. First league win in the history of St. Johnstone, and it's happened in this world. That is delightful. So that's pretty good. Oh, as you can see, we did lose to Bayern Munich. Even though they got smashed in their first game, they did not hold any grudges and decided to beat the ever living crap out of us. We were never on their level. Hoffenheim was a 2-2 draw. Gareth Bale scored a brace for us, which was surprising. I did start him up front as a striker, because I had my full complement of left backs. So he started and played pretty well. Then against Wolfsburg, scored himself a cheeky little hat-trick along with IntoRowZ getting a goal. Then against Schalke, again scored, and IntoRowZ managed to get himself another goal. So I'm starting to get worried about Lorenzo Luca. But we went and played Union Berlin, and he scored a brace against them. In 2 minutes, scored a brace. Plattenhardt and Gareth Bale getting another goal. So as you can imagine, Gareth Bale is having a pretty decent season. 7 goals so far. Our strikers are scoring quite a number of goals. This is how we lined up in our last game. Shvalov still hasn't left. Deadline day, potentially could see him leaving, but we have done some transfer business since you were here last. We were looking at bringing in Baku because why not? And this striker, Rasmus Højlund, because why not? We did bring in Adrian Fine, but I think you already knew about that. But since you were here last, Carlos Vivas has gone to Hoffenheim. Alderete has gone off to Bologna for a combined 6.2 million. So we are going to be back in just a second for deadline day. We'll see how we get on in that. I'm expecting quite a bit of business because there's some players I do want to get rid of. Like Shvalov, player I wouldn't mind shifting. His wages are fine, but I think we could do more. As you can see, I've set a price for quite a number of our players, and this is pretty much what their agent was like. Oh, they wouldn't mind if it was set this high. You know, this was like the upper echelon of what they'd accept. So I'm pretty happy with that. Dorita, kind of thinking he's on his way out. Other than that, there isn't too many players I want to get rid of now. Quite happy with the strength of the squad in pretty much every position. There are some players that I like. They have, they have a price, but I'm pretty happy with the way things are at the moment. But we're going to be back in just a second to start deadline day. Let's see how we get on when it comes to wheeling and dealing this year. We do need to sell some players though to make some money because have we spent more? No, made a profit of 2 million so far. So I wouldn't mind shifting some of those players on, maybe bringing in 1 or 2 more. But then again, we have an offer for 20 million for one player for Babu. 20 million. Potentially shift a couple more players. We'll have to wait and see. Right, fellas. So the transfer window has now shut. And as you can see from the screen in front of me, we've been somewhat busy. Deadline day did have a couple of interesting potential transfers that didn't quite come off. There has been some interesting transfers. Deadline day, Pavard went to Barcelona for 35 million, which is just not terrible business for them. Just one of our players going out on loan. Shvalov almost joined Bayern Munich, but they refused to meet our asking price. Plattenhardt had an offer from Wolfsburg to go on loan, and I said no, and he told me as well as such he didn't want to go, so we kept a hold of him. But since the last part where we drew the Europa League group, we signed Riddle Baku on the day he arrived, put him out for his debut, and got injured, because of course he did. I think it was 44 minutes into his debut. We signed Rasmus Højlund just as a decent option striker, just wants to be a squad player. That is fine by me. 5 million, a little bit on the excessive side, but I think this guy has lots of potential. Signed him on a 5-year deal. We signed Andre Lenz, who's just a Filipino striker who just had 5-star potential. Does he still have it? He does not. Fantastic. And we also signed Eddie Salcedo. On deadline day, we went in for Salcedo and Esposito. Esposito I think it was 11 million to sign Esposito, but he didn't want to enter talks with us because he had just signed a new contract with Inter, even though he hadn't, I don't think, and Inter accepted our offer. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on there, but that's fine. We've had a bunch of players leave on loan. Dorita went to Bologna. Navarro went to Augsburg, and we had a couple of other players leave on loan as well. So one noticeable player, or notable, I suppose, would be a better way of putting it, that went down on loan was Jamie Bynan-Gittens. He wasn't getting a huge amount of game time with us. He only played 3 games last year. We've played once this year because of injuries, and twice last season. And he can't play for the under-19s because he's non-EU, because stupid England. So yeah, just decided to pop him out on loan. 1860 Munich have taken a bunch of our players, to be fair, because they are our affiliate. Hopefully he'll get some cheeky little game time and everything will be fine, hopefully. Has anything just? I think if we look at the transfer window, Gabriel Jesus also went to Barcelona. So Barcelona definitely have their money back, even though really shouldn't. Yeah, Gabriel Jesus and Pavard, and all they did was sell Braithwaite. So I think it's fair to say FM not really getting the whole, they're super in debt. Yeah, like they're rich. Like there's no way they're rich. They had $1 billion in debt. There's no way that they're able to just be like, this is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's not fine. Man United brought in Leon Bailey. Donny van de Beek went to Milan. Yeah, he went to AC Milan. I think that's probably a good move for his career, potentially. But yeah, there's some big transfers around the world. Trying to think, is there anything else that isn't he a Fulham player? Yeah, the guy for Fulham got 43.5 million off Liverpool for one of their players. That's pretty decent business. Although they did pay 24 million for him in the first place. So is it really? I don't know. But yeah, the transfers for kind of everybody was a bit interesting. And we also are sitting second in the league, but as you can see, Hoffenheim only played 3 games so far. Because reasons? I'm not 100% sure. They played Hamburg, us. They played 2 games against Lech, and then played Freiburg. And now they're going to spend a little while longer not really playing. Oh my god, look at their January. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in January. 6 games in February. How many do we play? Okay, actually, no, to be fair, our January is quite busy as well. But like, if they make it to the next round of the Europa Conference League, they're fucked. They are going to be dead. But that's fine. Just 3 games. When I saw that, I thought it was a bug, and I was going to report it. But they have legitimately only played 3 games so far this year. Because yeah, Schalke also not having a great time. Hamburg, on the other hand, doing pretty well for themselves. 7th in the league, and at one point they were like top 4, but they're doing pretty good. Bochum also managed to pick up a win recently, beating Hamburg. So it's all going pretty well for the majority of the teams. Borussia Dortmund do have a game in hand over us, but then again, Hoffenheim have only played 3 games. Have you seen that happen in has anyone seen that happen in their save? Hoffenheim have played 3 games. It's mad. It's madness. So the next episode, we are going to be taking on... Might do... Querbag. We're going to be doing a World Cup episode as well. So I might just jump forward to the Querbag game. See how we get on we're playing at home. So see how the Azerbaijan side get on against us. Can't imagine it's going to be all that good. I think we're going to be able to... Actually, they do have players. That's fine. Okay, I was going to say, probably don't have players, but they do. So we're going to be playing Querbag in the next episode. Should be an easy game, I would imagine. Can't see it being that difficult anyway. But if you have enjoyed this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.